first, a thank you to the people who did come tonight. We appreciated that, and we need a whole lot more of them on Saturday. We've got a heck of a team coming in here who's going to win a lot of games, and we're going to need everybody, every family, every voice possible. In terms of tonight's game, the first thing that jumps out at me is I really enjoy listening to our guys and observing them. It seems like the first group sort of aids the second group. They help each other. I think the reason we're playing solid defense pretty much from start to finish these last few games is because I think the first group is relying on that next group to get their legs and get their energy, and we haven't had that in the past. And you know how long it continues, I can only say I hope it continues, because I really enjoy that part of it. And appreciate our doctors letting Gorski get out there for a few minutes today. I know he was excited, a little nervous, but a good performance against a tough, physical, young Stetson team.
Did you do anything in particular, Larry, to, you know, they didn't shoot the ball well again, and you held them under 50. Was there anything particular you did scheme-wise that maybe threw them off?
Well, I think the assistant coaches, who have always done a good job, really were spot on, and they knew it was going to be the 3-ball or a hard drive, not a big feeding team. And I thought probably the best thing our defense did was make them put it on the deck. I think we took 6 or 7 step-up charges, which we really needed against that kind of team. But for the most part, I just think I like the esprit de corps, and that's probably as important as anything else right now. They love the games. We won't have but one real practice in 19 days. I mean, it's absurd, but that's you know, they like watching it on TV, NBA ball. So I guess they're right in the eye of the hurricane.
Coach, how nice, I guess, has the sustained defensive edge been with this team? We're 4 straight games holding the team under 50. It seems like there hasn't been any complacency during that stretch.
No, I'm about as picky and antsy about edge more than anything. I don't mind a team making, like we've had 3 teams in a row that made a 3 off the glass. As long as we're there with our fingers and our feet ready, I can live with that. But it's that edge that, you know, you can feel it. I tell them some days at practice, the smell of the gym isn't right. And for the most part, the smell of the gym has been pretty good with this ball club. And trust me now, we got our hands full on Saturday. They are really, really active. They will press us from start to finish like Colorado wanted to. And we'll have to have our legs for that game Saturday afternoon.
Were you pleased offensively? So I shot over 50% again, and I know it's about the defense, but are you happy offensively tonight with
you know, some of the game I was a little actually disappointed at different parts, because I thought we made some turnovers rather than they caused some turnovers. But I did think the first 10 minutes of the second half, the first group did a great job, and they didn't have but one. So overall, a good evening. Tomorrow's a more important day. You know, a lot of these guys are a long way from their families. We'll go to the Epson Center. We always give a couple hours to some people that are in need of a good meal. We'll serve. We'll come back for a light physical workout, but a strong mental workout and lift. And then they'll go to my house, the staff and the team. And some of them will stay from 2:30 to 8:30, and some of them will stay from 2:30 to 4. They're on their own. You know, I'm sure some of them will jump in the hot tub, and hopefully we'll have a good afternoon.
Did you like what you saw from Gorski in the time that he was out there for his first game out?
Very much. The only thing I didn't like is that thing on his finger. But no, he knows how to play. He's going to help this team, as will hopefully 10 or 11 different guys.
You mentioned New Mexico State. They'll run, they'll want to press you. I know they've been rebounding the heck out of the ball too. Is that, you know, you've talked a lot about the defensive rebounds, and you've done a good job these last few games, but will that also be a big key?
We will be tested. They had something, one of the most astronomical statistics I've seen in 40 years, 38 offensive rebounds against the St. Stetson team. Now, you got to miss a lot of shots to get 38 offensive rebounds, but nonetheless, you got to go fetch it. And so we're looking at some really athletic, older players who have won, I think they've won 24 games 3 straight years. But it's a good test. We had some of these teams on the schedule for a reason, and so we need another good test Saturday afternoon with a big crowd.
Coach, I know I asked you guys on Monday. Do you know any more about Washington if you'll have him available on Saturday?
I don't know, that's a day-to-day. I'll visit with Turbo, and he'll visit with our doctor on a day-to-day basis. If you ask me Friday, I'll know for Saturday, and that's sort of how we've jumped through this.
Okay.
Coach, has the team showed you they're capable of what you thought they were this early in the season?
Not sure we really talk about that. It's possession by possession, it's game by game, but I will tell you, except for our defensive effort in the opening game, I like our edge. And so what I tell them is, if that's our DNA, if making people have to fight for every basket is our DNA, we're going to win more than our share. And so I think they get that, at least at this point.
And are they developing the identity that you would like them to have?
I think so, at this point. At this point, I think so. We're a work in progress with 11 guys.